So the BFI is launching a new set of principles. There's 8 of them, and they are to do with bullying and harassment in the entertainment industry. These principles are important because up until recently there were no guidelines, there was no protocol for someone that had been sexually harassed in the entertainment industry. And I know this to be a fact because I've asked for principles, I've asked to see guidelines, and no one could give them to me. No one could send me, okay, here's the protocol that we follow when someone's had this experience, which I found shocking. But one of the good things that's come out of this terrible situation is that the BFI, in partnership with Equity, trade unions, and 40 other really major organizations in the entertainment industry, have come together to put together this set of guidelines. They understand the subtleties of the hierarchy that works on a film set, what it's like to work really long, strange, unsociable hours. The BFI is enshrining this set of principles in their diversity standards. And what this means is that anyone that applies for funding from the BFI has to sign this agreement and that they cannot receive funding without it. We hope that the industry will embrace and adopt this set of guidelines, and that as a result, it's just going to become second nature for everyone, that there will just be more awareness and a sense of being more mindful. So the other really cool thing about these standards is that they don't just address protection, they also address equal representation. Basically, the industry is going to have to start embracing a greater diversity of voices. So that means women, that means BAME community, the LGBTQI community, and people with disabilities. And this is really important because their voices haven't been heard, and currently we have an entertainment industry that is not representative and does not look like the world that we live in. Along with Equity's Helpline for Actors, the CTBF is setting up an active phone line that will be ready from April onwards, which will be for anyone working behind the scenes in film and TV, which is really important. A lot of the conversation's been around harassment and abuse that has happened to women and men on screen, but a really big part of what happens is to the crew and people that work below the line. That phone line will be there to support and address those survivors. This phone line will be run by professionals who are trained in how to deal specifically with survivors that are dealing with stress, dealing with depression, just the specific problems that are associated with sexual harassment. So there should be designated 2 people on set, one of each gender, that are designated to help deal with these issues. Another really cool thing is that the BFI and BAFTA are going to supply ongoing training for these 2 designated individuals. The fact that they're providing training, support, follow-up, these kinds of things are really important because they're going to ensure that this keeps going into the future, and that there's an official entity and body that is supporting these practices. The guidance is designed to make sure that workers know what their rights are, that they know how to seek help and support should they need it, to make sure that they actually understand the law that's in place by making it kind of easy and accessible to understand, and that workers know how to properly report incidents.